Hey everyone, this is not the mystery review. I'm sorry I'm a day late and a dollar short. Things have come up, some things that I don't want to get into, but I'm still planning on getting that review out to you maybe later tonight or tomorrow at the latest before I go to the theater through Tuesday night and check out Zola. But before we get to that, I thought, I have some free time. I'm not doing anything right now, so I know it's a dumb excuse. Let's keep the Star Wars train going. So let's talk about, it's nothing but Star Wars. So, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. Hello. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. Where we last left our team, they were cartoons for some reason. What? Maybe there's a television show that'll follow that. But actually, when we left them in, I guess, the main saga, boring romantic shit, and then all of a sudden a half hour of cool stuff. So basically, now we get to the nitty gritty. Let's end off the prequel trilogy in style, at least in the films, with Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith is directed by George Lucas again, and I'm going to come out right out with this. Barring a couple of really stupid elements, particularly involving when they actually make Anakin Darth Vader, this is the prequel that finally, I think, is the closest I would say to being genuinely good, where they genuinely got it right, and I would honestly recommend it outside of individual elements, where I think as a movie it works, the writing's better. I think the acting is to a degree better, although these poor actors, they still aren't getting a lot of good direction, especially Hayden Christensen, who I know can act, and I know is a really nice dude. It seems like a lot of this stuff he's given to work with, it's too whiny and petulant, and I understand that people are noticing the similarities to Luke, but Hamill did it better. Let's just leave it at that. So what's Episode 3 about? Well, the Clone Wars are winding down, in the people of the Republic and the Jedi Council, and they realize that the true threat that will end the Clone Wars is to find the villainous General Grievous. But first, Anakin is plagued by nightmares that Yoda is also quite concerned about, involving the Force and the dark side of the Force. He finds out that his secret wife Padme, who he married at the end of Attack of the Clones, is pregnant, with some pretty legendary characters, and he has horrifying visions that she dies in childbirth. He realizes he wants to keep people from dying and, prevent death. And in the process, he goes down a path that leads him to become an unexpected mentor to Chancellor Palpatine, aka Emperor Palpatine, and will bring about the turning of the Republic to the turning of the First Galactic Empire and the rise of Anakin into his full transformation into the legendary Darth Vader. Alright, so... Oh, and also Chewbacca shows up, so... Let's talk Revenge of the Sith. This is, I really do think, one of the better Star Wars movies in general, and I think it's the best of the prequels by far, and I think most people would not argue with that. There are problems. I'm not going to say it's a flawless film, but I do think that it's the most rewatchable, I think, of all of them. It's definitely more rewatchable than the previous films. I think the acting has gotten a little better. The dialogue is still George Lucas-y dialogue. It's not quite, and George Lucas prequel dialogue. Like, not even, the good kind of one-linery dialogue of the original Star Wars. It's really, really bad. But, every once in a while you'll get... The dialogue has improved somewhat. It's gone from terrible to just bad. But there's a couple of lines that do really work. One line that I really love, that I actually think is man, Lucas, you got one good line in there, is courtesy of Natalie Portman's Padme. It's, everybody knows the moment. It's, people have been using it a lot when it related to the president who just left office, good riddance, about, when the Galactic Empire first appears, and they change the colors and everyone cheers, and Padme, head in hand goes, "So this is how democracy dies, with thunderous applause." That's a great line, and I think that there are different things that happen good. I think that final battle, though a little on the long side, works between him and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think the place setting that, basically the last half hour is to A New Hope is quite good. I liked... It's weird seeing certain actors in here that you forget are in here. It was kind of my thing with Phantom Menace where I'm like, so hey, Sofia Coppola, and then Attack of the Clones, Rose Byrne, and this one and Attack of the Clones, I'm like, Joel Edgerton is Uncle Owen. Joel Edgerton, terrific actor and director, also terrific director of the terrific films The Gift and Boy Erased. That's interesting. You can see Joel Edgerton as Uncle Owen. But it works, and I think that certain things... I love Ian McDermott as the Emperor. I think he's a perfect villain. I think he actually does a lot of the heavy lifting that Christensen can't quite pick up yet. All right actor that he is. I like Ewan McGregor, I think, is the one constant in all these movies that really is terrific. I'm really looking forward to the Obi-Wan series. I think he's great in the part. Natalie Portman has a nice emotional arc here, although I do think it's sort of disingenuous that one of the only good things about Attack of the Clones is the badassery of the Padme character, and now she's just barefoot and pregnant. Kind of feels like a regression to me. But there are elements, that really work. I like the fight scenes. I think they're all quite good. The fight with General Grievous, I liked... in the big battle, I liked all the Easter eggs and place settings. But there are problems. No, do not want. Everyone knows that one. The high ground, seriously, the high ground. The very short period it takes for Anakin from becoming morally upright and going, we can't do this, is not the Jedi way, to literally slaughtering innocent children? What? And it takes 2 minutes of the movie. The movie's 2.5 hours and change. You really didn't have time to show more of that transition, but you had time for a couple more Jar Jar scenes. I don't know. Point is, overall, let's close the book. A Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith is a massive improvement, and I'm going to give it 4 stars out of 5. It's not perfect, not even great, but it's very good, and I think that in the prequels, that's kind of the best you can hope for. Next time in a galaxy far, far away, in this chronological order of films, not TV shows, and I promise, I'm not going to be able to get this done by The Bad Batch, but The Bad Batch review will come. I think I'm going to wait to do The Bad Batch review, though, until I get to the end. It might take a while, but I'll get there. Next up is a movie that might be, I think, a little underrated, and that would be Solo: A Star Wars Story. Yeah, I'm going to be an apologist. If you guys didn't like the Jurassic World video, you guys are going to probably hate me for this. Don't care. I kind of like that movie. Anyway, it has problems, but I like it. So we'll get to that next time. Secret View tonight or tomorrow, and then Tuesday is Zola. Late Tuesday night, early Wednesday is American the Motion Picture, and then once I see Werewolves Within, which is going to be next weekend, I will have enough movies together to do my midterm report, best and worst movies of 2021 so far. In the first 6 months of the year, the first half, I also will be talking about some other movies, including Fear Street Part 1, and the sequels that follow on a week-by-week basis. I'm also going to be talking about The Tomorrow War, No Sudden Move, like I said, Where Was It Then, Summer of Soul, The Forever Purge, The Boss Baby 2, and then 2 weeks from now, Black Widow, possibly a spoiler review for Black Widow. So that'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Love you, Clint Smith. I love you 1000. Be kind to one another. May the Force be with you always. And thank you all. Take care.